Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about how I got my start at BuzzFeed. And it kind of folds into how I basically was the first social media strategist to ever work on Tasty. So stay tuned. I'm going to fill you in on all the tea. But first, what I want you to do is go ahead and click on that subscribe button because you know you're going to want to see more of these videos and you're going to want to hear more of my advice on social media strategy, tips and tricks, etc. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button on this video, and leave a comment below, and go ahead and click on that bell because you know you're going to want to get notified every time a new video comes out. Thanks. Now back to the video. Okay, so to kick things off, I was unemployed and basically looking for a job, and I was like 6 months on unemployment. And at the time, you were like, that's all you had was 6 months. You didn't have the year or the 2 years that you have now. I sound like I'm like 700 years old, which I pretty much am, but I had 6 months to find a job, and I was literally about to move back home because I wasn't able to find anything. So I was on a bunch of interviews. I don't know what I was doing interview-wise. I guess I just wasn't interviewing well, or maybe other people were better than me, which is fine. I'm okay with it. I'm doing pretty well now. I'm good. And everything worked out for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. And I always kept telling myself, like, listen, you know what, Nick? You're still going to be in this game. You're going to get a job eventually. Like, you're going to make it work. And I was living out in LA at the time, and it was pretty crazy. Like, learning that I could potentially be without a job again, because I had another like unemployment situation earlier in my career that we don't need to discuss. Stupid decisions. So I lost my job at Queen Latifah, and the show basically was canceled. So I was literally like without a job, and I needed something to do with like my time. And I just started writing articles for BuzzFeed.com. And I'm gonna show you a little video right now about that I recorded while I was at BuzzFeed, and it's gonna tell you a lot more information than I can go into right now because this was a long time ago. So watch this now. A friend of mine that was working here gave me the suggestion to start writing just on BuzzFeed.com. He was like, you wanna work at BuzzFeed? They hire people from the posts that, you know, anybody posts. I was staying up and watching a lot of late night TV, and I watched this episode of the Jimmy Fallon show with Christina Aguilera. I was watching, and she did this impersonation of Britney Spears.
This little piggy went to the market.
So I quickly was like, oh shit, let me write this article real quick. And next thing I know, like it was on the homepage the next day, and it got 1 million views. I was going into an interview actually that morning, and I get a phone call from this number. And I answer my phone at that point. Now I don't answer any phone calls. But if it's a 310 number, I'm answering it because I don't have a job. So David from HR was on the other line, and he was like, well, is this Nick Guillory? And I'm like, yes, this is Nick. And then he was just like, so we saw your community posts, and Macy, who runs the curation team, would love to have you in for an interview. Are you available to come in this afternoon? I ain't said yes so fast before in my life. I was like, abso-fucking-lutely yes. Funny, right? Like, you can literally get a job by doing the job and then get the job and get paid for what you were doing for free. America. Cool. So anyways, that job started and it was awesome. I had a cool boss. Shout out to Macy. And really had a fun time working there and doing, you know, articles for the website and just like learning a lot about social media in general and just what and how things go viral. And this was like when YouTube was like really popping off. Like you could get like 20 million views on a video in like 5 minutes. It was crazy. Same with Facebook. And you could get like 1 million shares. We used to literally have BuzzFeed have a 1 million share button that you would get if you produced a video or a page on the website and it got 1 million hits or 1 million shares, you literally would get a button and get celebrated in front of the whole company. It was brilliant. That doesn't really happen that much anymore, which is strange, but we're in a new time. So I don't know. I think the video producers were making food videos and experimenting, because a lot of BuzzFeed is just experimenting and seeing if something sticks. And if it sticks, they continue to do it. If it doesn't stick, they don't continue to do it. A lot of the videos online, you'll see why I love BuzzFeed. I'm not doing one of those videos because I had a great time at BuzzFeed for the most part, and I learned a lot at BuzzFeed, so I don't feel the need to do one of those videos. Anyway, this is more of a what I did at BuzzFeed video. So I'm minding my own business one day, and Becca and Macy, Macy, my boss, Becca, a coworker, come up to me and they're like, "Hey, do you have time to meet right now? We want to talk to you about something." And it was about Tasty. The producers and one of the execs there wanted to create a bigger food brand. And we needed to figure out a name for it and all of that. I want to say Eugene came up with the name Tasty. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if that's going to be in the history books at some point. But we were all in this room and we came up with that name, and I was there. And then I was the first social media manager for Tasty. I literally did all the social media. Oh my God, it was a lot. Oof, I'm just getting PTSD. We were literally on every platform, and it was my responsibility to post on every platform. So once we came up with the name, I was brought on to do the social for it. We posted, as you know, on all of the social channels. And it was my job to help brainstorm with the producers. What that means is basically the producers need ideas, and I'm on social media all day, what's trending. It was my job to bring that information to the producers and brainstorm with them for new ideas, for new videos, which I thought was really cool because I kind of got a little bit of my thought process into the work. Some listened and some didn't. And all good, everything's fine. And so while I was really getting deeply involved in the social media strategy for Tasty, it was also my job to sort of create a cross-platform strategy, which you saw pretty much all of the food brands copying what I came up with after I debuted it. Stay tuned for part 2.